Welcome to Author's Corner, a creative writing group of students in the Mathematics and Science Academy at UTRGV. My name is Amy Frazier, a senior lecturer in the Department of Writing and Language Studies, who launched this program since the spring semester 2020 under the leadership of Dr. Wilma Garza, principal of MSA. After studying creative writing in Oxford, I wrote and published a novelette entitled Brujeria in South Texas, currently released in over 25 countries. Author's Corner represents a dynamic group of MSA students driven with a passion to author intriguing stories. Currently in our 7th consecutive semester, MSA students continue to produce entertaining short stories and fiction published in the Writer newspaper at UTRGV. We are delighted to continue as participants in Vaquero Radio. Thank you for this opportunity. We hope you enjoy hearing today's oral presentation. The spotlight shines on one of our talented students as Writing Warrior of the Week and Author's Corner.
Ayla's Backyard Mystery by Adhira Tippur. Ayla's backyard was alive with the playful barks of her 2 huskies as they chased each other through the tall grass. The autumn breeze ruffled her dark, silky hair as she watched them from the porch of her 2-story house. Suddenly, her attention was drawn to the far end of the yard where the grass met her barbed fence. There, a blue lantern flickered eerily in the gray sky. Ayla squinted, trying to make out what it was, when she spotted something even more unusual. An airplane on its descent, seemingly preparing for a crash landing. This is weird, Ayla thought, as she watched the airplane's unsteady descent. It seemed to be struggling to maintain altitude, its wings tilting wildly from side to side. Its engines were roaring loudly, and she could see the trail of smoke behind it. Why is the airplane so close to the ground? The nearest airport is at least 100 miles away. As she processed what she saw, she realized she had never seen an airplane in the sky from her house before. She lived in the middle of a vast forest and a relatively secluded area. Ruff, ruff! Suddenly, Ayla's dogs barked ferociously, sprinting back and forth in her backyard. "Settle down now, Haruko and Astro," exclaimed Ayla, wary of the unusual behavior. "This is very weird. I wonder if this has something to do with the airplane I had seen earlier," she thought. Out of nowhere, both dogs leaped over the barbed fence, dashing into the vast forest. Oh my! Without hesitation, she ran towards the shed, hoping to find something that could help her get over the fence. She swiftly grabbed a 4-step ladder and laid it on the fence. Wow, am I really going to do this? Ayla thought. It would be her first time leaving her property in years, ever since she was adopted by her new parents. But I need my dogs. They are the only thing I have left from my real parents. Despite her guardian's instructions, she climbed to the other side of the fence. The dogs were nowhere to be seen. Ayla sprinted into the dense forest. "Haruko! Astro!" she yelled constantly. "Where are you? Come back!" Boom! She heard a loud crash not too far away. What can that be? She thought, alarmed. She started to become anxious. Did something happen to my dogs? Did they get eaten by a wild animal? What if one of them got hurt? A thought suddenly hit her. The airplane. Could it have been the airplane? No dog or wild animal can make such a loud crashing noise. Not far away, Ayla noticed a trail of dark smoke in the air. As she ran to the scene, she wondered if her dogs would, following the noise, be in close proximity. As she got closer, she realized her suspicions were accurate. The plane had indeed crashed. She scanned the area, hoping for any positive signs of her dogs. She frantically looked among the rubble of metal. "Haruko! Astro!" she yelled. Convinced they were not there, she began sprinting back to the forest. A thought soon hit her. Wait, which way did I come from? All the trees looked the exact same. Panicking, Ayla shouted, "Help! Help! I don't know where I am!" Unexpectedly, Haruko and Astro came dashing towards her, barking loudly. Ayla embraced her dogs in a warm hug. "Do you guys know the way home?" "Ruff, ruff, ruff!" Not paying attention towards her, Haruko and Astro barked at this strange plane crash site. "No, Haruko, no, Astro, settle down. This must be the plane we saw earlier today. Come on, let's go back to the house. Can you take us there?" "Ruff, ruff," they barked in unison, as if they were aware of something important. After one continuous hour of walking, Ayla began to lose hope of finding her house. "Boys, are you sure the house is this way?" she questioned. With a sudden burst of energy, Haruko and Astro barked and dashed off into the unknown. Ayla followed close behind, her heart pounding in her chest. After a few moments of sprinting, they emerged from the thick forest and Ayla could see her house in the distance. She breathed a sigh of relief and hugged her beloved dogs, grateful for their guidance in leading her home. But her relief was short-lived as she realized the gravity of the situation. She knew she had to reach out to the authorities and report the airplane crash that she had witnessed. She was well aware that her dogs, Haruko and Astro, could guide her back to the crash site, but the forest was vast and treacherous. She decided it would be safer to wait for help to arrive. As she sat on her porch, surrounded by her furry companions, she couldn't shake the feeling of unease. She couldn't help but ponder the cause of the crash and knew the answers were out there, somewhere, and she was determined to find the truth. It would turn out she had a lot more to do with the crash than she would have liked.